You know, I've said many times and talked about this many times, and I'm sure everybody else has as well, how much technology has really evolved over the years. And when I talk about technology evolving over the years, well, that's saying something, if you catch my drift. I mean, the fact that technology itself has come a long way in various aspects is saying something. I'll give you an example. VCRs. When the VCRs first came out, we kind of were happy about it because it gave us an outlet, if you will. It gave us an outlet to basically be able to record our favorite programmings onto a VHS tape. Not only were we finally allowed to be able to watch our favorite programmings or favorite shows whenever we wanted to in the comfort of our own home, or even as years went by on the road, depending on if you had a portable VCR TV combo to take with you. We were also, like I said, able to watch our favorite movies and programs at our leisure. But as time went on, we went from VCRs to DVD-Rs. In other words, DVD recorders. And even though you can only probably find the DVD recorders at places like Best Buy now, we also evolved to another level in recording with the Blu-ray recorders. And so at the Blu-ray recorders, which you could probably only find overseas, if not rarely find them here in the US. And just like with VCR, they allow us to record our favorite movies and programming and watch them at our leisure. And sometimes give us the opportunity to record as much as we want on there. I mean, down in its lifespan, VCR VHS tapes, recordable VHS tapes, were created with an extension of 10 hours, if not 12 hours. First it started off at 6.5, okay, you give us half an hour more. Then it went to 8, okay, 2 hours more. And then it went to 10. The reason for the evolution in that is because everybody from Memorex, Sony, you name it, all realized that people wanted more on their tapes. They didn't want to be limited to just 6 hours, or depending on the recording speed and modes they went with, they didn't want to be limited to just 2 hours or 4 hours. They wanted more, and that's where those extension of tapes came in. And then when DVD recorders came about, as well as Blu-ray recorders, we were able to get more than just an extension on that. We were able to get literally about 14 to 18 hours of recording time. Heck, even when it comes to computers today, we have all these portable and external hard drives out there. And sometimes when we first were able to save stuff on a floppy disk or a regular hard disk, we didn't get that much save space to use. Nowadays, you go as far as 4 terabytes, 5 terabytes, 8 terabytes, and even at less at times, and if not cheaper, you can get things at 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, and you're able to basically save as much as you want on these things, no matter what. I have a 1 terabyte external hard drive connected to my computer in my room. This allows me to save as much data as I have to. As a matter of fact, a lot of the videos I make on Windows Movie Maker and some of the videos that I record with this, I transfer over to there because it still gives me enough time. So basically technology has really evolved. Even to the point that now we have iRobot vacuum cleaners that all you have to do is basically program it and it will vacuum your area. You don't even have to lift a finger. Heck, even recently me and my mom have purchased new washer and dryers, and the fact is these new washer and dryers are computerized. They are automatic. They will know how much water to put in for your load. They will let you pause it so you don't have to just lift up the lid and stop it like that. No, they will let you know what is needed and what is what. True, like anything, you have to read the instructions to have a better understanding. But that's not the only things that have evolved. Over the past several years, coffee itself has evolved. I know that sounds strange. And I know you're thinking, well, depending on the time frame, which is about 6 minutes in or 6.5 minutes in, he's finally getting to this. Well, coffee itself is also something that's become evolved as well. Usually, and a lot of people still do, you can just ask my job or any job, we still make coffee the old-fashioned way. But even the old-fashioned way started to evolve in technology as well. They started to give us timers on the bottom or the top of the thing, on the bottom or the top of your coffee maker, with little buttons here and there. Here, of how long you wanted it to go, how much you wanted, etc. But it was still grab it by the handle and pour, right? And again, people still do that. Me and my mom still have one of those coffee makers stored away right now, possibly for later on. But with that said though, coffee, like I said, itself has evolved to the point that now one of these is used at every business, every home, you name it. And this is known as the Keurig, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, the Keurig coffee maker, K-Cup for short. And what is it exactly? Well, depending on the model that you get depending on the model of Keurig that you get, you can have all kinds of options. Now, the one we have at my job is just a very simple one. You put your coffee you want to drink in, you select your coffee you want to put in, you put it in there, you close the lid, you press start, there you go. Like I said, it all depends on the variety you want. Some, like I said, will be that simple. Just put it in, done, there you go, you're done. Some will be created for a specific size. Like a Pacific size cup, people like to drink out of a Pacific size cup, is what I'm saying. So sometimes these Keurig coffee makers will be made for those Pacific kind of cups. Sometimes they'll be made just like this, and they'll give you a variety. Some are a little bit bigger, because some people like to drink bigger cups of coffee. But what's unique about this is it allows you to, but what's unique about this is it's made it very popular among the consumer nowadays, is the fact that all you have to do is when you're in a hurry or you don't want to have to wait for the coffee to be made right then and there, all you have to do is take your favorite coffee, plop it inside, like so, shut the lid, turn it on, there you go. Now some are like regular coffee. Now some do follow the traditional coffee making tradition. In this case, when you turn this on, you have to wait about 5 minutes or so. Well, not 5 minutes, but a few minutes or so for the water to warm up. Basically, like when the water gets poured into a regular coffee maker, you have to wait until that coffee maker basically takes that water that you put in and starts boiling it for the coffee that you want. Same with it here. You see the water is right here. So basically, the system has to filter it out to where it comes in here. And that's how you get your coffee. Again, same thing with a filter, a regular filter. You put a regular filter into a regular coffee maker. You put the water underneath, inside where it has to go. You turn on the power or you time it to go off when you want it to, and that's when the coffee will stop brewing. And basically the water will start being absorbed into the grinds that you have there, that you have deposited into the filter to give you that coffee flavor. And you kind of get what I'm saying. I'm sure there's a lot of coffee enthusiasts that probably know a little bit more than what I'm explaining. But what I'm saying is that nowadays, that's not obsolete. No, it's still very much a way of life. But nowadays, things have been made simpler because, like I said, if you're in a hurry, you can pop one of these suckers in after you've warmed up the coffee maker. Because, like I said, the first thing you have to do, depending on any model of this, is you have to power it on, wait a few minutes for the water to come to a moment, basically to a brewing, basically you got to wait for the water to brew, and then you pop one of these in on the inside of here, and then depending on your model that you have, you either just press the button right in the middle or on the side and there you go, or in this case you choose what size cup you're going to use, for your coffee. Now for me and my mom, we use the large cups because we have basically large mugs of coffee. I mean large or decent sized coffee mugs. So we use the large option here. Now, a little bit of a secret. If you're on the go and you need to use one of these, it's real simple. All you have to do, let's say a large cup compared to this fills up to here. So what you would need to do, literally, quite simple. This would be your large cup. So a large cup would fit up to right about here. What you would need to do, depending on your model, is you would need to basically go small cup wise to fill it up if you wanted to. Or, in my advice, use your coffee mug, choose the small mug feature or option, use that to fill up your mug, basically put that small portion of coffee you want in your mug, and then carefully over the sink, pour it into the rest of your coffee that you've already poured into your travel mug so that you have a full set of coffee on the go. I know that sounds a little confusing and sounded like I kind of blabbed there a little bit, but that's a fact. That is a hard truth fact. But basically, the reason I bring up the Keurig cups as part of this talk of things evolving technology-wise is, like I said, even coffee has evolved to the point now that it's almost like every brand, store brand, world renowned brands, and if you will, they literally have their own Keurig cups that you can use, or Keurig cup filters that you can use for the device. Even to the point that depending on your model, you can even use it to make hot cocoa, hot or ice cold tea, and depending on your model, you can even use it to make soda. Yeah, even soda companies are getting into the mix. Even Kool-Aid and all that as well. Basically what these are, depending on the model you get and depending on how much you spend, are basically making it more convenient and quicker and faster for you guys to get a drink. whether it's coffee, tea, what have you. But again, the reason I bring this up in this video is to show you how much technology has evolved. Heck, when me and my mom went to go look for washers at one of the stores in Modesto, I think it was Home Depot or Sears, some of the other appliances they had there really showed you how much technology has gone above and beyond, even with the kitchen. Because some of the fridges had touch screens on them. Some of the fridges you just open one door and you'd see like a glass right in, you would think you could, go into the fridge, but you can't, because when you open one door, instead there's like a glass, if not, it's a window. I don't know if it's a glass window or a Tempur-Pedic window, whatever you call it. But then, when you open the whole thing, you can reach in. But there's a button on the handle of the fridge door that just allows you to open the fridge door so you can look in. But if you open the whole thing with the handle, you get to get into the fridge. It sounds a little complicated, I know. But the point I'm making, folks, the point I'm making is kind of simple. It may not sound like it, but the point I'm making is the K-Cup machines basically show you how much a lot of even household appliances like coffee makers and such have come a long way in technology, how much they've evolved. Because now you have something like this that makes it easier for you to have coffee on the go. Like, let's say you got to go to work and you're in a hurry and you need to catch your bus or you need to get out the door. This makes it a lot easier for you. So, but again, I just thought I'd give you an overview of the evolution of the coffee makers to K-Cups, in my opinion, my perspective. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'm out.